All right, welcome to this interview. Today I have in the studio Mauricio and Victoria. Thank you both for being here today. And I just wanted to ask you a few questions about how you found the Personal and Family Financial Planning Program and some of your impressions with it so far. So Mauricio, let me start with you. How did you find PFFP?
First, thanks for having me. It's very interesting to have this experience. And the PFFP, I found it because after high school, I took a gap year because I really didn't know where and what to study. And I kind of bounced here and there in my hometown, working in different little firms and little businesses. And when I interned in kind of a finance firm back home, I loved it. And my brother was here at U of A. So when I came to visit, I kind of met teachers and people, and I loved it. So I first looked at the finance program, and it was very interesting, but I kind of didn't loved it. It's not like I wanted it. It had a lot of classes that were not really from my interest. Mm-hmm. And then I kept looking for business and finance options, and I found PFFP. And at first, that's what caught my eye, Personal Family Financial Planning. Like, that sounds very interesting. And I kind of read the whole 4-year program, and I loved it. So I talked to an advisor and talked about the program and what you can do there. And I really loved it from paper. And right now it's my junior year, and I've been loving it.
That's great. Thanks. Thank you. Victoria, what about you? How did you find PFFP?
I found PFFP through the business program at Pima Community College.
Okay.
So I was part of the Pima Business Club, and we had Norton. They guest speak for us, and it was quite interesting because they presented to us retail and then personal financial planning, and I still wasn't sure. And then one day I wasn't sure when I was gonna finish Pima, but I graduated, so I was like, what am I gonna do?
Congratulations, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, what was I gonna do at the U of A? And I went to Norton and I found a minor with the different papers that were there. Mm-hmm. And I looked at retail and I looked at personal financial planning, and I loved what I saw in personal financial planning. I was like, I could see myself doing this, helping families, and I liked it.
So tell me, so you said you're looking at the minor, right? So that's cool. So you're doing a minor, and then what's your major in?
Business management.
Business management. So you're looking at doing that marriage of those two programs. And then Mauricio, you're doing the major. The major. Okay, cool. So we have two different options there. So you found it, one through the community college, and Mauricio, you found it as you were looking at these different programs and found PFFP. I guess my follow-up question to that would be, you found it, but what about the program interests you? Like, what do you like about it? So far, right? You're fairly new into it, but what excites you about it? What are some of the things you're learning?
What excited me about it, it's everything that you can do with the financial advising. I really loved what the classes say that they're going to teach. As the classes that I've taken, financial retailing, our class right now is very cool. And I'm also really interested in helping different people with different cases, because there's a lot of people that are here and they've never done a plan, or they don't know what a Roth IRA is or a 401k. And even managing my own finances, it's a very interesting thing. So since joining the program and talking more about it, I'm getting really excited on being able to help people do that, and even myself, and getting my own financial plan, getting it better.
Cool. So getting your own financial plan and then helping other people is important to you, and that you like that.
I would love that.
That's great. And Victoria, what about you?
What Mauricio said as well, with learning these different forms, like the 529, the Roth IRA. I didn't know any of that before joining PFFP, but it was quite interesting when we were presented with these new topics of what we're learning today, and I'm like, okay, I liked it. It was interesting, so I really like it right now.
And so when you finish the program, and again, you're finishing with a major in business, minor in PFFP, what do you see maybe yourself doing, or do you see yourself possibly working as a financial planner, or maybe another aspect of financial planning? What do you see yourself doing?
with the PFFP minor, I would probably see myself maybe doing an internship and gathering the experience and see if I like it or not. Because I want to know first if I like it and get that experience and see if I can do this in the future. If I'm able to, I will do it, but I won't be opposed to learning more about it. So.
Okay, so getting an internship will be a key thing for you going forward. Okay,
Yes.
good to know. And Mauricio, what about you?
For me, I'm already a little bit more set because I've kind of already worked a little bit on it back home in Mexico, and I really loved it. Here, I would also love to get an internship where I could hopefully see like licensed financial advisor up close and see how they talk to clients, which for me, it's like a big thing. Like I don't see my life working without talking to clients on a day-to-day basis because I love talking to people and check and meet all different people. Again, I'm kind of an extrovert, and I really would love to be able to talk to them and see what we can do. And for that, I really believe that an internship and see financial advisors up close would be very interesting as a first step into getting more deeper into the career.
Okay, great. So also an internship. So it sounds like that's your next step for both of you, and then you'll go from there. Well, thank you both for coming in today. Really appreciate your time and your insight into being part of the PFFP program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.